Every conversation can feel like a minefield. Words hover in your mind, weighed down by what ifs and imagined reactions. Fear of saying the wrong thing isn't just shyness. It's your brain trying to protect social bonds and avoid conflict. That protective instinct can make even casual chats stressful, turning harmless interactions into overanalyzed moments of tension. Today, we will talk about why you fear saying the wrong thing, so before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The root of fear in communication, fear of saying the wrong thing, is a common experience, and it often stems from an instinctual desire for social acceptance. The brain perceives potential social missteps as threats to belonging or reputation, activating anxiety and self-consciousness. When preparing to speak, the mind anticipates possible negative outcomes, such as judgment, rejection, or embarrassment. This anticipation can create hesitation, overthinking, or avoidance, even in low-risk situations. The fear is magnified in individuals who value precision, empathy, or social harmony, as they internalize the potential impact of their words on others. Understanding that this fear is an automatic response, rooted in evolutionary social instincts and modern social conditioning, helps normalize the experience and provides a foundation for addressing it effectively. 2. Social threats and the amygdala. The amygdala, the brain's threat detection center, plays a central role in the fear of verbal missteps. When anticipating social evaluation, the amygdala signals potential danger, releasing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These physiological responses prepare the body for fight, flight, or freeze, but in conversational contexts, they manifest as tension, stuttering, or mental blocks. Because the body reacts as if an actual threat exists, the mind interprets this heightened state as evidence that something is inherently risky or dangerous in speaking. Understanding this mechanism helps individuals realize that the physical sensations of fear are normal responses to perceived rather than actual social threats. 3. Perfectionism amplifies fear. Perfectionist tendencies exacerbate the fear of saying the wrong thing. Individuals who set high standards for themselves often anticipate criticism, focusing excessively on potential errors or misstatements. This self-imposed pressure increases cognitive load, reduces confidence, and heightens anxiety during interactions. The desire to appear competent, empathetic, or articulate makes minor uncertainties feel magnified, creating a cycle of overthinking and hesitation. Recognizing the role of perfectionism in social fear allows individuals to reframe expectations and accept that mistakes or imperfections are a natural part of communication rather than catastrophic failures. 4. Past experiences shape future anxiety. Previous social missteps, misunderstandings, or criticisms can create lasting mental patterns that influence future interactions. The brain stores these experiences as reference points, anticipating similar outcomes and reinforcing the fear of error. Even if past incidents were minor or context-specific, the mind generalizes the threat to broader social situations. This learned anticipation makes individuals hyper-aware of their words, often leading to self-censorship or avoidance. Understanding the impact of past experiences allows individuals to separate historical outcomes from present realities and reduce the weight of anticipatory fear. 5. Cognitive biases and overthinking. Cognitive biases like negativity bias and catastrophic thinking intensify the fear of saying the wrong thing. The brain prioritizes potential negative outcomes, imagining worst-case scenarios and replaying possible social errors repeatedly. Overanalyzing conversations and predicting others' reactions reinforce anxiety and self-doubt. The perception of heightened risk is often disproportionate to reality, yet the mind interprets it as logical reasoning. Awareness of these cognitive distortions allows individuals to challenge unrealistic predictions, focus on evidence, and recalibrate their perception of social risk, reducing the intensity of fear. 6. Social comparison and evaluation. Comparing oneself to others amplifies fear in social interactions. Observing peers who appear confident, articulate, or socially skilled triggers self-assessment and critical internal dialogue. The fear of not meeting perceived standards increases vigilance and self-monitoring, creating hesitation in speech. Social evaluation, whether real or imagined, heightens anxiety and reinforces the perception that any misstep will be noticed or judged harshly. Recognizing the impact of comparison helps individuals focus on authentic communication rather than external approval, mitigating fear and fostering confidence. 7. Emotional regulation and conversation anxiety. Difficulty regulating emotions contributes to the fear of saying the wrong thing. High emotional reactivity amplifies perceived stakes in communication, making minor missteps feel catastrophic. Stress and anxiety reduce prefrontal cortex function, impairing logical reasoning and decision-making in real-time interactions. This combination of emotional intensity and cognitive interference makes speech feel risky or uncontrollable. Learning emotional regulation techniques, such as mindfulness, grounding, or controlled breathing, helps maintain composure, reducing the physiological and psychological impact of social fear. 8. The role of self-identity and authenticity. Fear often arises when individuals perceive a conflict between their true self and social expectations. Desire for acceptance, approval, or validation may clash with authentic expression, creating internal tension. Worry about how words reflect identity or values increases self-monitoring and hesitation. The fear of saying the wrong thing is amplified when communication is perceived as a reflection of competence, morality, or character. Embracing self-acceptance and authenticity helps individuals reduce fear, prioritize meaningful communication, and speak confidently without overanalyzing potential judgment. 9. Strategies to overcome fear. Practical strategies help reduce the fear of verbal missteps. Gradual exposure to challenging conversations, practicing self-compassion, and cognitive reframing reduce anticipatory anxiety. Mindfulness and grounding techniques regulate physiological responses, while preparation and role-playing increase confidence. Accepting imperfection, focusing on connection rather than evaluation, and challenging catastrophic predictions gradually retrain the brain to perceive social interactions as manageable, reducing fear and enhancing communication skills. 10. Turning fear into awareness. Fear of saying the wrong thing can be reframed as a tool for self-awareness. It signals attention to social dynamics, empathy, and sensitivity, which can enhance communication when managed effectively. Rather than avoiding speech, individuals can use this heightened awareness to listen actively, choose words intentionally, and respond thoughtfully. Understanding the neuroscience and psychology behind social fear empowers individuals to transform anxiety into purposeful engagement, cultivating confidence, clarity, and authentic interaction in personal and professional contexts. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.